Said I was goose hunting in Rochester.
All day.
All day. Kind of kept the communication normal, just so she didn't think anything was really up. In fact, we were texting as she was walking in. I was waiting for her. So, at that point, I knew she had no idea. And
he conspired with my boss and another coworker, and said that I had an event to go to downtown at Crave on a Saturday night, that it was a work-related appearance to the show, which is totally normal. And they asked me a few weeks in advance, hey, can you do this? I know it's your Saturday night, but can you do it? And I was like, oh, it's fine. Jay's hunting. I'll go. He'll come and meet me after, or I'll meet up with him, and then we'll go out and have a nice Saturday night. It wasn't a big deal. So I just thought I was doing a work thing, and then because Jay was hunting all day, I made plans to do like shopping and lunch with my mom, which we like to do and very rarely have time for. And so we spent the day together. We spent the day shopping and going to lunch and having coffee and then having wine and having a really fun time. And then I came back to the house to get ready to go downtown and was in contact with Jay the whole time. I talked to him on the phone when I was on my way downtown. It was snowing, and he was like, be careful in the snow. How are the roads? And then when I walked in to Crave downtown, you walk in the main level, and then you have to go up the escalator. And he texted me as I walked in and said, have fun. Call me as soon as you're done. I love you. And I was texting him back as I was going up the escalator. And texted back, I will, I love you too, and I don't think this is going to take that long. And then I got up the escalator, and I saw him standing there, and I thought that he was like a reflection. Like at first I thought that I was looking in the escalator in a window and like saw a reflection, and I thought that I was like happy, and then I thought, well, that can't be Jay. And then I got up to the top of the escalator, and then he was standing there, and I just was so happy and so excited, and I thought he just came to surprise me, like to come to my work thing with me. And I was like, oh, Jay came to my event. I don't even know what this event is, but I'm coming to it. Yeah, it was fun. So then now you pick up the story.
Okay, so so I was watching from the top, like if you know Crave, you go up the escalators, and they're kind of by the bathrooms, it wraps all the way around. So I was watching from the top, me and Kevin, and then
our friend Jenna.
We spotted her. Yeah. Jenna was
taking
pictures.
She was there to take pictures.
So then we spotted her coming in, so I ran around, and then that's when she kind of saw me in the reflection of the escalator. But then so I said a couple nice things, and got down on my knee, and she got down on hers, what was wrong. She's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I think you might want to stand up for this.
You got down on the ground, and so I was like, I'll go too. It was really weird. And then I realized, it's like so much confusion, because it's just nothing that I just didn't expect anything. And I knew that he was going to propose at some point, and I was so excited for that, and, couldn't wait. But in that moment, it just was a completely different reality than what I thought I was going to. So then I stood back up, and then he said, will you marry me? And held out the ring, and I was like crying and so happy, and said yes, of course, right away. And then it was funny because there were people around like waiting for their table at Crave, because it was us like on the landing together, but then people were waiting for their table, and they kind of noticed and saw, and I remember thinking, this is kind of funny that this is happening right here, like right outside Crave.
Why are you proposing?
Like, like I love Crave. Are we gonna get a flatbread or a Mexican roll? Like, what's going on? That part was really fun. And then our friend Kevin came over, and he said congratulations, and he said we've set up a private dinner for you. And we have the room set up for you, and there's a private room across from the restaurant downtown, and I was familiar with that room from previous events, and so I was just so excited, and we just were just elated, and so we were walking to the dinner, and then Kevin opened the doors to the room, and all of our friends and family were standing there, and I just couldn't believe it. It was so fun, and I was just like holding on to him, and I was crying and I was laughing, and I just couldn't believe that everyone was there, and I just kept seeing face after face of people that I loved. And I just, at the end of it, the whole thing, I just said to Jay, I was like, I don't even know how our wedding is going to beat this, because this was the most fun night of my life. It was so amazingly fun, and if our wedding is even half of what our engagement party was, then it'll be amazing. You did a good job. We are both super into farming and gardening and outdoor stuff, and so we wanted it to be, we kind of wanted like that barn outdoor feel of a wedding.